The big picture story with regard to enrollment right now is that we had a significant decrease.
According to the Colorado Department of Education, 30,000 students in the state have left the public school system in the last 2 academic years. The question is, where are they going?
Kate Bartlett with CDE says it's actually hard to know. They don't track private school enrollment. They have seen a slight increase in homeschool numbers and think many families opted to delay pre-K and kindergarten because of the pandemic.
And why there's a decline isn't really clear either. For some, it was a fear of COVID. For others, it was the constant changing of policies. Either way, it's something the department is keeping a close eye on.
It's certainly an area of concern for districts, and it's also something the legislature has looked at now for the second year in a row. When we get the counts at mid-year, they kind of look at ways to make that easier on districts from a funding perspective, but the end of the story really is that ultimately lower counts lead to less funding.
The same cannot be said for private schools.
We certainly have seen an increase since the pandemic hit in interest inquiries and in applications.
Alan Smiley is the executive director of the Association of Colorado Independent Schools, which consists of 39 schools serving 11,000 students. He says private school interest has grown in the last 2 years, but it's hard to say how much. Even prior to the pandemic, these independent schools were already typically filled to capacity. But through the ups and downs of the last few years, they haven't seen the same fluctuation in enrollment as public schools.
I think our schools are blessed to have some unique advantages in the sense that they're independent. They can make decisions and allocate resources in ways that they feel can best serve their kids and fulfill their mission without having the constraints of a large district with tens and 20s of schools to have to align. That ability to be nimble for our schools has been a huge advantage during this pandemic. But we are just incredibly grateful for and appreciate and admire all of the educators in the state, regardless of the platform in which they teach.
Yeah, and I think that's something we all can agree on. Again, the legislature is looking at ways to address the lack of funding because of the lower enrollments to these schools, but no decisions have been made yet.